From the 10th Avenue Extension, Gredak states a very good morning. Welcome to the Mega News at 6 on Mega TV MBN, located here in Nungwa Adugono. My name is El Samuels. The news is also live across our social media handles on MBN 360. But first, the headlines.
The Tamale Hospital casual staff have been on strike for over 5 months over unpaid salaries. In business, DVLA, MTTD to crack down on expired DV plates from March 24. And on the international front, Trump postpones strikes on Iran power plant after talks.
Some casual staffs of the Northern Regional Hospital, also known as the Tamale Central Hospital, has embarked on a sit-down strike over 5 months of unpaid salaries.
The industrial action has begun to take a toll on sanitation at the facility, with several wards and washrooms left in poor condition, raising concerns among patients and health workers. A visit by the Channel 1 News team revealed overflowing bins and a strong stench emanating from washrooms at the children's ward, male ward, maternity ward, and other sections of the hospital. Speaking on Monday, March 23, the orderly secretary, Adam Suleiman Ababa, said the workers would not return to duty until their outstanding salaries are paid. We have been here for about 15 years as casual workers, and we have a problem with our salary. We have worked for almost 5 months without salary, and due to that, that's why we went on this strike. We even went to our management during the Ramadan fasting to explain our situation, he said. The workers say the prolonged delay in salary payments has made it difficult to meet basic needs, prompting the strike action.
The minority in Parliament has called for a comprehensive overhaul of capacity building programs for members of Parliament and staff of the parliamentary service, citing the growing complexity of legislative work.
Speaking on behalf of the minority leader at the inaugural meeting of the Network of Parliamentary Training Institutes on Monday, March 23, the Member of Parliament for Old Tafo, Vincent Ekowa Sefwa, stressed the need to modernize training frameworks to reflect evolving global trends. For this network to succeed, 3 conditions must be met. First, there must be sustained investment. Second, there must be relevance. The world is changing and our training must change with it by incorporating digital governance, data literacy, climate policy, and inclusive representation, he said. Meanwhile, Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga urged a broader approach to capacity building, arguing that training efforts should extend beyond MPs and parliamentary staff to include the wider legislative ecosystem. According to him, strengthening the knowledge and skills of all actors within the parliamentary process is critical to improving governance outcomes. The members of parliament are supposed to understand the work that they are supposed to do, what their mandates are, and how to relate to their parliamentarians and their national parliament. It is this ecosystem that parliamentary training institutes must focus on, and not just the institution of parliament alone, he stated. However, the first Deputy Speaker, Bernard Ahiafo, speaking on behalf of the Speaker of Parliament, urged participants to commit to concrete actions that will strengthen parliamentary institutions.
Ghanaian artist Ibrahim Mahama threatened a legal action against the Black Maria, the Inspector General of Police Special Operations Team, following his assault.
Speaking at a press conference in Tamale on Monday, March 23, Mr. Mahama said the decision to pursue legal action goes beyond his personal experience. Certainly, we are considering legal action. It's very important. It's a no-brainer. We have to do it, he said. It's not for me, but it's actually for everyone else, because if this could happen to me, as well known as I am, then what about the people on the street? Who is going to speak for that person? So, we have to do it for the benefit of the collective society that we are in.
It's all about justice, because even in the work that I do, the reason why I brought Red Clay to Tamale was because I wanted to see some kind of cultural justice. here. Why can't we redistribute culture to people ordinarily and all that? Of course, we've heard many stories about this same unit and the brutalities. Even I heard this morning, I didn't even know about the Fancy Gadam case and all the other cases and all that. And they've done so many things. That's why they could say that we could kill you and nothing will happen. So certainly there has to be some kind of justice. If this group has to be dismembered, they really have to dismember the group.
He said the encounter left him seriously injured and forced him to cancel several international engagements, stressing that the matter would not be overlooked. Detailing the impact, Mr. Mahama said the injuries had disrupted both his health and professional commitments. That evening, I was meant to travel to the UK because I had to go and give some lectures in some schools from Cambridge to Oxford to the Royal College in London, and also continue to Helsinki for work, and then to Amsterdam, and then to South Africa before coming home, he said. But all those trips have to be cancelled. And I don't think I can even travel for the next month because the last few days I have not even eaten solid food because my lips are all bruised and 3 of my teeth are broken. I have sores in my mouth, he added. Currently, it has put my entire life on hold.
Yesterday evening, I was meant to travel to the UK because I had to go and give some lectures in some schools from Cambridge to Oxford to the Royal College in London, and also continue to Helsinki for work, and then to Amsterdam, and then to South Africa before coming home. But all those trips have to be cancelled, and I don't think I can even travel for the next month because the last few days I have not even eaten solid food.
Now we move straight to the business desk where the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, in collaboration with the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service, will begin a nationwide crackdown using 2025 DV plates and expired DP stickers from Tuesday, March 24th, 2026.
In a public notice, the DVLA said the use of 2025 DV plates and DP stickers had been temporarily extended due to delays in rolling out new vehicle license plates. However, after issuing the 2026 DV plates on February 4, 2026 to motor traders, fleet owners and licensed trade plate dealers, continuing to use 2025 plates or expired DP stickers is now illegal. The authority reminded motorists that DV plate usage is regulated under Regulation 2.3 of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012 LI 2180, which specifies the types of vehicles permitted to use them. Vehicle owners whose cars do not fall into these categories are required to complete proper registration under the law. DVLA also noted that all its offices have been registering vehicles for 2026 since January 2 and urged motorists to comply with the regulations to avoid penalties during the enforcement exercise.
From the business desk, we'll go look at the international front where President Donald Trump says that the United States has held talks with Iran aimed at a complete total resolution of hostilities in the Middle East in a move that has eased immediate fear of escalation.
Trump said the discussions led him to postpone previously threatened strikes on Iranian power plants, a decision that triggered an immediate drop in global oil and gas prices. The developments follows a warning issued by Trump on Saturday, March 21, giving Iran a 48-hour ultimatum to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or face what he described as the obliteration of its power infrastructure. His latest remarks mark a more conciliatory tone, even as tensions remain high and key details of the talks have not been disclosed. The Strait of Hormuz, a critical global shipping route for oil, has been central to the crisis, with world leaders stressing the need for its reopening to stabilize energy markets. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer also held a 20-minute call with Trump, during which both leaders agreed that reopening the waterway is essential to resume global shipping, according to Downing Street. Meanwhile, the Israel Defense Forces said it expects several more weeks of fighting against Iran and Hezbollah, underscoring ongoing military tensions despite diplomatic overtures.
We're now having really good discussions. They started last night, a little bit, the night before that, and I think they're You know, I think they're very good. They want peace. They've agreed they will not have a nuclear weapon, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But we'll see. You have to get it done. But I would say there's a very good chance. And it began when I said that I won't be. We were planning tomorrow on shooting down some of their power plants, and we're going to hold that up. Hopefully, we won't have to do it. And hopefully we can make a deal that's good for all of us, including the Middle Eastern allies that have been very good to us, including Israel, that's been a great partner in this fight. They've really been a good partner in the fight. They fought hard. But we'll see what happens. I think there's a very good chance we're going to end up in a deal. And so we're giving it 5 days, and then we're going to see where that takes us. And I would say at the end of this period, I think it could very well end up being a very good deal for everybody, as good as if we went all the way and just literally annihilated the place, which if we don't have to do that, that would be a good thing, not a bad thing.
From the international front and hearing from the President Donald Trump, we go to the Weather Center. I'll bring you the weather and its update. The weather is brought to you in association with the Ghana Meteorological Agency. We bring you the 24-hour impactful weather. And this morning, mostly cloudy mists early morning are expected over the southern half of the country this morning. However, a moderate rainstorm observed along the coast of Benin is expected to move westward and cast cloudiness with the likelihood of a thunderstorm or rain over the coast and part of the middle sector from the late morning into the afternoon hours. Mostly sunny conditions will dominate the remaining sectors and means very high temperatures over the northern sector. Localized development of thunderstorms or rain are likely over the middle transition and parts of the northern sector from late afternoon into the evening hours. Now, the temperatures for the next 24 hours, the coast will experience a minimum of 25 degrees, a maximum of 33. Forest, a minimum of 24 degrees, a maximum of 35. Transition, minimum of 23 degrees, maximum 38. Northern, minimum 26 degrees, maximum 42. Moderate to strong winds may accompany the storms this morning. Therefore, the public is advised to take care and keep safe. And that brings us to the end of the weather and its update from the MBN Weather Center. But before we take leave of you, let's take a second look at the stories making headlines.
The Tamale Hospital strike for over 5 months over unpaid salaries. In business, DVLA, MTTD to crack down on expired DV plates from March 24. And on the international front, Trump postpones strikes on Iran power plants after talks.
And as we wrap up this morning's Mega News 6 live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate, Nungwa Adugono. The news was also live on our social media handles, MBN 360. For more news, log on to MBN 360. My name is El Samuels. Up next is Sports.